The first wine that we're going to use, just to let you know, that's a Rutherford Sauvignon Blanc, the 2018. And we're doing a special right now, 6 bottles for $120. Now, why are we using this with our first course?
We're using this for the first course to go with some blood oranges and carrots, strawberries, so things that have a little bit of sweetness to them to kind of pair off with that acidity in the Sauvignon Blanc.
That'll go nicely. This is a great wine if you're a Sauvignon Blanc enthusiast, let's call it that. There's no judging here at Round Pond, whatever floats your boat. But this is a great Sauvignon Blanc. It's traditional 100% Sauvignon Blanc. It's picked in 3 different sessions. And by that last session, we're grabbing the remaining 10% off the vines. It has these tropical flavors that are just incredible. Some guava, some nice notes that you'll see. And like Chef Jamie said, the acidity. It's a true Sauvignon Blanc that you'll receive. So what will we be doing today?
All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to pair a carrot salad with that, but the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our lamb going so that it has time to go into an oven before we have to plate it at the end. So we have a boneless leg of lamb. It has been cut open so that we can kind of fill the inside with our green garlic and thyme mixture. So first we're just going to season it with some salt and pepper. Turn our burner on here.
And folks, don't forget, we're doing this live, so if you have any questions, I'm going to be right here answering your questions, giving them to Chef Jamie, letting him do a better job of it.
So some salt and some pepper. And then earlier we took some green garlic and some thyme and we sauteed it down in olive oil. And we're just going to put that on the surface of the lamb here. And fill it up nicely. And then we're going to top it with the other piece of lamb. And then we're going to use some butcher's twine and we're going to tie this up so that nothing falls out. Just do 4 or 5 ties of butcher twine here. Couple. Last one. All right. And then we're going to season the outside with salt and pepper as well.
Chef, someone on Facebook wants to know if you're a Red Sox fan.
I am not, and I know who asked that question. So. That person knows my true feelings about the Red Sox. So we're going to put some olive oil in the pan. And then we're just going to set this lamb in there and kind of let it sear for a minute. We'll get some color on every side of it. And then we will pop that in the oven when we're ready.
Now, do you always pat your red meats before you put them on the grill?
You should dry them up a little bit. It'll help get a good sear on it and get good color. So while that's searing, you can be getting your potatoes ready. So these are some fingerling potatoes that we've cooked off, just boiled for about 15 minutes until they're fork tender. And then we have crushed them, so we've just kind of put them on a flat surface. And you can crush them with your hand, so they'll be nice and flat. So we've got most of them crushed here, a few more left to go. So we have fingerling potatoes. It's about 1.5 pounds of fingerling potatoes that we're going to do. And then we're going to use our fryer, but you can do these in a saute pan with about 1/2 inch of oil or so. You can set them in there and they'll fry up almost the same way. You'll just have to flip them. So we will get those in the fryer and get that ready.
Hey Chef, Rachel asks, do you have to use a cast iron pan? What's the benefit of cast iron versus other pans like aluminum or ceramic?
Cast iron will retain heat better. So we like to use cast iron because it gets really hot and it retains its heat better than stainless steel. Alright, so we got those ready in the fryer. Our lamb is searing away. So kind of keep turning that every minute or two. And then for our carrot salad, we used rainbow carrots, so we have a bunch of different colors of carrots, yellow, white, red, and orange. So these have been shaved before, so we just peeled them with a vegetable peeler, and then continued to peel them after they were peeled, so that we just get these nice ribbons of carrots. And we're gonna just place these on a paper towel here to dry them out a little bit.
They look gorgeous. I mean, that's a nice presentation right there, all the colors.
Should be a really nice, colorful salad. We'll let those dry just a little bit. And then, so we will keep this going here and keep flipping that. And then for the rest of our salad, so we have the carrots, and then we have some radishes. So we have watermelon radishes here, as well as some red radishes. So, and we're just gonna shave those thinly on a mandolin or any sort of slicer. You could use a knife as well if you wanted to. Just get them as thin as you can. But we're gonna use a little hand slicer here. We're just gonna slice a few of these into the bowl. Careful your fingers.
Everybody's mentioning what a beautiful day it is here. I mean, when you look around, absolutely gorgeous day in Napa Valley. We're very lucky.
So we'll just shave those in there to get started, and then we have a bunch more here that are already been sliced for us. So we're gonna put about 3 radishes worth in here, the watermelon radish. And then the same thing with the red radishes. We'll put about 3 radishes worth of those in there that have been sliced ahead of time. We have amazing gardens here at Round Pond. We have a garden right in our backyard, kind of behind the camera here. And we are starting to get some strawberries in now. So we have some beautiful red strawberries from the garden that we're going to use in the salad. So this is about a dozen or so strawberries that have just been hulled and quartered. So we've taken the green part off and then quartered them. And then, give this little turn. So this lamb, we're gonna take to the oven now. So we're gonna take that, we're gonna put it in the oven, we're gonna let it roast at about 375 degrees until it reaches an internal temperature of about 140 degrees. So it should take probably 15-20 minutes or so in an oven. While we're doing that, we'll make the rest of our stuff. So we're gonna add the carrots now to our salad.
So far this salad has a little bit of brightness with the strawberries, the carrots, the radishes. This is all, basically you're having a yin and yang sensation here with the Sauvignon Blanc pairing. I always am a big fan when it comes to your white wines, your rosés, and your sparkling of going opposing flavors. It always helps, and you can also go complementary with acidity and acidity meeting in the middle, but this is very nice because it's going to be a little bit of both the crispness and the brightness, but then the strawberry is going to add that sweetness that you're looking for.
So we've got a blood orange vinaigrette made here. So this is just blood orange juice, Navel orange juice, a little bit of Dijon Mustard, some of our red wine vinegar that we produce here at Round Pond, and then some of our blood orange oil as well that we use, and just a little bit of salt. So we're going to whisk that up. And then we're just going to dress our salad enough so that it just kind of evenly coats the carrots. And then we'll add a little bit of salt. And then we're just going to gently toss that around. Get everything evenly coated with the vinaigrette.
That's beautiful.
All right. So now that that's nice and tossed and covered in vinaigrette, actually, will you grab that from the
I will.
So I get oil all over it. Yep. So you can just set it down.
Got it?
So to plate this, we're just gonna kind of make a nice pile here of all these ingredients. Try and get them all mixed up nicely. And then we're just gonna top it with some fresh dill. There's kind of a nice herb pairing with Sauvignon Blanc.
Excellent. That is a very simple first course. Nice.
So shaved carrot salad with a couple different types of radishes, some strawberries, and then a blood orange vinaigrette from our oils and vinegars that we use here at Rampon. So there's that.
Now next, what's on our list? What are we
So
working
next
on?
we're going to do the potatoes. So we have those fingerling potatoes that we've cooked off and that we've kind of smashed onto a flat surface and made them nice and thin.
I'm a fan of these potatoes. We've used several different tweaks on this recipe with the pork tenderloin, I know. Big fan though, the smashed crispiness, it's a winner.
Like I said before,
All the
you can
kids
do
love
these in a saute pan. Just heat up a saute pan with about a ½ inch of oil or so. We're going to use our fryer just because we have that luxury and it's much easier. So we're going to get those nice and crispy. While those are cooking, we have some fresh rosemary that's been chopped up that we're going to put with those, as well as some grated Parmesan cheese. So we'll get those ready. And then at this point, your lamb is cooking in the oven, and just kind of pulling everything together. And we're going to serve, these potatoes are actually going to go with our 2016 Super Tuscan. So maybe you want to talk about that a little bit more?
I do. The Super Tuscan, the 2016 Super Tuscan is a beautiful blend of Sangiovese, Cabernet, and Petit Verdot. It spends about 18 months in about 65% American oak. The American oak is known for giving a little bit of more of a spice to the wine flavor profile. So the typical Sangiovese is nice and smooth and easy drinking, but I'll tell you what, this is unlike any other. Give it 20, 30 minutes. It's going to open up and unveil lots of different spices and a beautiful chocolateness. It's a keeper with anything, whether you're doing Italian, of course that's a typical Sangiovese go-to, but anything barbecue, you can do that as well.
Pastas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gnocchi is something we serve, when we do our chef's pairing here at Rampon, we serve the 2016 Super Tuscan with a gnocchi dish with some mushrooms and brown butter and sage. So that's another good kind of use for it as well. So we have our lamb just going to come out of our oven here in a minute. We have the magic of these cameras and an oven in another room where we can get all that done ahead of time and just kind of slice and serve for you. So we're waiting on that. But the lamb is going to be served with our Cabernet Sauvignon. So this is our Estate Cabernet 2016.
We have the, it's so fun that you just mentioned that because I have some gentlemen that are drinking the 2012 Rutherford Cabernet right now. The 16 that we're going to be enjoying with our lamb is actually, it's our flagship. It's a current release. It is, a nice little combination of Cabernet Sauvignon, Malbec, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. The only noble grape that isn't in there is Cab Franc. We got to save that for something else, right? But this is gorgeous. It's luscious blackberries and luscious blueberries, which is probably why you chose this. This wine is great. Well, lamb typically has a berry influence. There's always like a blackberry compote or poulet or something along that lines, right, Chef?
Yeah, so absolutely. Serving, drinking that Cabernet with dark berry sauce of some sort works as well. You could do a blackberry sauce with it. So
lamb or venison.
Lamb, venison,
yeah.
beef even. So couple things. We have our lamb back. This has been roasted in the oven. And then our potatoes are ready. So with our potatoes, we're going to empty them into our bowl here. These are nice and crispy now. A little bit of color on them. And then we're going to season them with a little bit of salt. And then we're going to hit them with a good amount of rosemary and then some of that Parmesan cheese as well. Like lots of Parmesan. And then we're just going to toss those around. Kind of evenly coat them with the salt, rosemary, and Parmesan. And then we're going to place those on this platter.
And those herbs are great to work with both ones, whether it's the Super Tuscan or the Rutherford Cabernet. The Rutherford Cabernet will have hints of sage from the barrel influence, so it's a beautiful pairing with both dishes.
So here's our potatoes. They've got some Parmesan rosemary, and they're nice and crispy. And then our lamb. So we're now going to take this out of the pan. We're going to let that sit for a minute. While that's sitting, we're going to add a little bit of veal stock to our pan to kind of create a sauce. So we'll just add that. We're going to let that reduce down a little bit so it gets kind of nice and sauce consistency, a little bit syrupy. While that's going though, we can take those strings off of our lamb that we tied it up with. Don't forget to take those off, they don't taste very well.
Hey Chef, we have a question regarding those potatoes. They'd like to know, how did you say we can fry them in a pan? How can we fry those potatoes in a pan if we don't have a deep fryer?
So to fry them in a pan, you are just going to fill your pan with about a ½ inch of olive oil. Put it on your heat, about medium heat, let it heat up for a few minutes. And then you're just going to lay them in the pan flat and let them kind of fry in that ½ inch of oil. The only thing, you will have to flip them to get the other side. It may not cover the whole potato. But as you fill it up, the oil will fill up a little bit as well. So you're just going to kind of like pan fry them more so than deep fry them.
Just to let you know, we have a lot of East Coasters joining our feed today. That's awesome. New York, Illinois, love it. Welcome, folks, welcome.
So with our lamb, our sauce is reducing. And then with our lamb, we are just going to slice this probably in like slices about 3/4 of an inch thick. See that green garlic in there. Last one. And then we're just going to arrange this on a platter. Kind of lay it out so that it's shingled a little bit. Just like that. And then our sauce is reducing. So we've kind of got a little lamb and veal jus here. We've got all those drippings from the pan, all the flavor, everything in the pan for us. We don't want it to reduce too much. We want it to be kind of a jus, but you want it to start to see a little bit of a consistency change in it. And then we're just going to spoon that over the top.
You can smell the herbaceousness. Beautiful. Now, what cut of lamb was that? I'm being asked.
This is a leg of lamb.
Leg of lamb.
So a boneless leg of lamb.
Boneless.
Most butcher departments and grocery stores will carry that. If not, you can probably ask them and they can do it for you.
That's true. You know, you have a great brisket burger recipe.
Yeah.
And I asked my butcher, I said, hey, I just need a pound and a half of ground meat, and they do it for you.
They'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
So then with the lamb, we're actually going to finish that dish with a little bit of our garlic oil. And we're just going to pour a little bit on there to kind of top it off. I'm going crazy. so we have our meal here. So beautiful, colorful carrot salad with blood orange vinaigrette. We have our crispy potatoes with Parmesan and rosemary. And then we have this amazing leg of lamb stuffed with green garlic, thyme, and then just a little bit of lamb jus and garlic oil.
And the three wines we've paired with these dishes, the Rutherford Sauvignon Blanc, the 18 vintage, which we're running a great special on. We also have the 16 Super Tuscan and the 2016 Rutherford Cabernet, one of our wonderful flagships here.
So a few things, just to talk a little bit about what's going on at Round Pond right now with everything that's happening. We are running some specials to try and get people to support us and things like that. So we have free shipping. If anyone's interested in ordering wine, we will ship it for free. Locals, we are doing delivery for wine, as well as, because we have these amazing gardens here on property, we're offering some produce boxes. So you can order those boxes on Monday for Wednesday delivery in local Napa area, and then Wednesday for Friday delivery. And those are coming out of our garden that morning that we deliver and put together fresh, beautiful, bright. And then we also just featured on social media a deal where we're doing 6 bottles of Sauvignon Blanc for a special price as well. So you can go on social media and check that out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? With the produce box, if you add a bottle of wine, we'll deliver that locally as well. So we're trying to help you by helping us. We'll meet you on the curb. We'll drive to your house and drop it off slowly. We're just here for you. Just don't forget about Round Pond. We are here for you. We're family owned and operated, and we've been here since 1983. Just like that. Got some great little local people that have joined us. I love that. St. Louis, somebody said something about the Yankees in New York City. What do you think?
That's why I don't like the Red Sox. So growing up in New York, you're trained not to like them.
Debbie Leak out there in Michigan. I remember Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Somebody loves our garlic olive oil. Me too. Yeah,
give us some questions. We're here to answer any questions that you may have.
Chef, what can you substitute for the veal stock?
Veal stock, you could use chicken stock if you like. If you're vegetarian, you could just, well, obviously you wouldn't eat lamb, but if you don't like kind of meat products and just want to do lightness, you could use chicken stock, would be the best substitute. Or you could do no sauce if you wanted and just do garlic oil.
And a dessert. We're being asked about a dessert. What would you think about? Let's say with our something like this, well, we deserve the Angelica.
Yeah,
right? That
so
beautiful Angelica.
We do have some dessert-focused wines here at Round Pond that you could use. We have a late harvest Sauvignon Blanc, and then we have a Angelica, which is similar to a white port. Mm-hmm. So this time of the year, obviously strawberries are a great thing to serve for dessert.
Well, then that late harvest Sauvignon Blanc would be your winner with that,
yeah.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
Strawberries.
We sub regular olive oil for blood orange?
You could sub regular olive oil for blood orange oil. We just like that kind of extra punch of blood orange that the oil gives it. So that's why we use our blood orange oil. But with the juice from the blood oranges and from the regular navel oranges, you're still going to get some blood orange in there. So regular olive oil would definitely work.
And do we deliver to Chicago?
We don't deliver to Chicago, but we will ship to
Chicago.
Chicago.
That's right.
So.
We have some new members watching. Hello, hello, hello. Sip and Swirl. We're just here in March, and they joined the wine club. So welcome to the family, Sip and Swirl. That's always nice. And we're being asked, how's the harvest looking this year? Well, it's a little early. The vineyard's in bud break right now, and so it's what we consider the most important time in a vine's life. The first 5 to 7 leaves are being developed and blossoming out there with the baby, what we call the flowers, and those will self-pollinate, and the caps will fall off, and those will become a grape. So we're looking more along the lines of about July, knowing more. June, July, we'll know a lot more about our harvest, but so far so good.
It's going to be a great year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone
wants to know if we'll be doing more of these classes.
We will be doing more of these classes. So we are going to do these weekly to start. So next week, same time, we'll be doing a class. And I think next week we're going to do oils and vinegars that we produce here. So we'll do a little bit of a demo on our oils and vinegars, some maybe different vinaigrettes, ways to use them, other ways to use them other than vinaigrettes and things like that.
And then we're going to have a gnocchi class after that, I believe. Some pasta.
We will do some gnocchi. So we may be revisiting that Super Tuscan in a couple weeks to go with gnocchi. And then we will probably release some sort of schedule for the next month for May, towards the middle or end of April. So.
Talk about the difference between garlic and green garlic.
Garlic and green garlic. Green garlic is simply just young garlic. So it's garlic that bulb at the bottom hasn't formed yet. So it's kind of, looks-wise, it's very similar to a leek, but flavor, it has kind of a strong, kind of fresh garlic, almost oniony aroma and flavor to it.
And do we ship oils to Chicago? Or
We do ship oils, yes.
We ship oils
everywhere.
everywhere. That's right, everywhere. Hey, Chef, I'm being asked, what's your favorite round pond wine?
My favorite round pond wine is probably the Super Tuscan.
Yeah.
I love things like fried potatoes and pastas and gnocchis and things like that. So that just seems to be the best, or it is the best pairing for the wines that we carry to go with that kind of stuff. So the Super Tuscan is probably my favorite wine.
That's a nice staple in your pantry. I get that.
What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? I love lamb. Lamb is one of my favorite things to eat. I don't get to eat it too much because my wife is not a big fan of lamb, but I do love lamb. Seafood, I love scallops, lobster, things like that. I got to vacation on the East Coast last year in Cape Cod, and we ate a lot of seafood. So,
Which isn't that hard to really pair with, you know? Your red wines can go either complementary flavors or opposing flavors. So the door is really open, wide open, and unlimited.
Yeah, absolutely. There are ways to use red wines with seafood. With scallops, I like to crust them with almost like a pastrami spice, which kind of gives it that meaty flavor. And then you can pull off red wine with seafood like that as well. And you can do that pastrami spice on salmon, halibut, any fish that you really like. You can add that seasoning to, and it kind of pulls it together.
Where do we get our lamb from?
This lamb is from Sonoma, so we are sourcing local.
Walked right over that mountain.
Yeah, so Watson Farms, Don Watson, is where this lamb came from. So
You have an invite to Portland, Maine. TT Marie
All right.
says, come on over.
I would love to go to Maine.
Yeah,
Is
there
there a
you go.
required number of bottles to get free shipping?
There are. Oh, there is not. No. Sorry, I thought you were saying there was. There is no required number of bottles for free shipping. So order one, order a case, order 2 cases, completely up to you. We will get that out to you for no cost.
Food for thought, you're being asked for a seafood class next.
Next month, we will take that in consideration, and maybe we'll do a seafood class next month for everyone.
Can you let everybody know that the recipes are currently posted on our social media accounts?
So all these recipes that we created today are available on our social medias. So on Instagram, on Facebook as well. We posted them earlier this morning, early afternoon. So they are all available and ready for you to use on Easter if you'd like.
If you go to roundpond.com, click the blog, click the feed, and then it'll lead you into the direction whether you want to do it with pairing by wine or by whatever you might be involved in.
And those, for locals, those produce boxes are available online as well. You can go to our website and click shop, and on the left-hand side it'll say produce box. You can click on that and order yourself a produce box if you'd like.
Someone cooked your banana bread and loved it.
Good. The banana bread was fun. I actually made that at home with my kids, and we went through our loaf in a matter of about a day or so. So that was a good recipe as well.
And there's a Scott Reed who wants to know if we ship lamb to Illinois.
No. Scott Reed can come out. He can get his own lamb.
We're being asked about membership. do you have to pay for membership? That's a really good question. We get that quite a bit. The membership is literally created from the bottles that you select or the bottles that we select. We'll send you an email saying this is what's coming in the May shipment. That's our next shipment. And those bottles can be substituted out. So your total customization is available to you with Round Pond Estate.
Yeah, the banana bread recipe, for any of you who would like to make it, was featured on our social media, and the recipe is available to them through that kind of source. More questions?
I'm being asked, where do you find which wines are on special prices? Well, go to roundpond.com and you'll see some great little deals going on there. So our special is also on social media. Like we said, the 2018 6 bottles for $120, and your shipping is included. That's a great deal. I mean, let's do the math. That's $20 a bottle. Not bad.
We're going to have this, yes, it's being recorded and we'll have it on the feed.
So this experience we have recorded it, so it will be available for you to kind of rewatch and follow along if you'd like. If we went a little too fast or anything like that, you can revisit it and check us out.
Lady Marie, to answer your question regarding the club again, recurring shipment. Yes, it happens 4 times a year. So February, May, August, and November, you'll receive shipments. We ask that you stick with us a year, but you'll get 5% off a 2-bottle club membership, 15% off a 4-bottle membership, and $20 flat rate shipping with 20% off on the case membership. Again, totally customizable.
More? Anything new?
Looking, 6-bottle, the special is available to you through the social media campaigns as well as roundpond.com. All right, Jamie, have you been camping during this shuttered in? Ducksman is asking you that. Have you been camping?
I have not. I wish I was, but thankfully there's lots to do for us here at Round Pond. So we've been staying busy writing recipes, putting together stuff like this, getting our produce boxes ready and delivering them. So they've kept us very busy during these crazy times, and we're super appreciative to the family for doing that. And but camping is coming up soon, though.
I didn't know you were a camper. You know, I always spend my Easters, or at least I used to, going camping myself and going abalone diving.
Yeah.
You know, so I didn't know that.
Out to the coast.
So yeah, that's typical. Somebody's thinking we should do a brunch class. What do you think about that?
I think tune in next month, maybe around Mother's Day or something like that.
Oh, it's already in the works.
Do a brunch demo for you guys.
That's a great idea. Sounds like it's already in the works.
It very well could be.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at
Thank
Round
you,
Pond
everyone.
Estate. We appreciate you tuning in. Tune in next week. Chef,
Oils and
Sous Chef
vinegars.
Cam is going to play with oils and
Yes.
vinegars. Yep, good
Yep.
stuff. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.